What's up, guys? Got a UFC video here today. It's going to be on the UFC on Fox 20 card, HOLM versus SHEVCHENKO. So I'm gonna go ahead and be giving you guys my predictions slash picks, a little bit of a fight analysis on the whole card. But I'm gonna start with the Fight Pass prelims. So this video is all about the Fight Pass prelims. So if you're looking for the Fox prelims or main card picks, you're gonna have to wait on that until I do a video on that. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started here, guys. First fight of the night, Henrique versus Demitri. So Henrique here has fought in the UFC before. Let's go ahead and open up his page here, give you guys some of this info. Here's Henrique's page, summary: toughness, grappling, technique, and well-rounded. He's a very young heavyweight out of Brazil, only 22 years old, so this guy still has a lot of potential. Scrolling down here, so you can see right there, first fight in the UFC, he got knocked out in the second round against France's Ngannou. Ngannou is just a damn beast. That guy's huge and shit ton of power and great striker, and also some decent take on defense. And yeah, pretty much Henrique looked like he dominated that first round because of his takedowns, his takedown game. But then he just started gassing, and in the second round, he was gassed already. And just try to hold on to Ngannou, against the cage and whatnot, just in the clinch, not doing much, and ended up getting knocked out. Anyways, says right here, his rank and titles that he has held: Jiu-Jitsu brown belt, light blue belt at multi, and it says I also competed for the Brazilian wrestling team, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion, world Jiu-Jitsu champion, multi-state champion, and Brazilian wrestling champion. So this guy, he's all about that Brazilian wrestling, and obviously has some Jiu-Jitsu, and obviously has some multi, but I really did not see much striking skills at all from this guy. But then again, he was tired in that fight. But then we go to Demitri, and look at that. You see this? Nothing there. So there's nothing on Demitri here, but from what I read about him and from what I seen from him, supposedly this guy's like a Greco-Roman guy. He does have some good hands though, so he's like a Greco-Roman with like a boxing style. Seems like he really just likes using his hands a lot. 8 wins, all wins by finish, half by KO, half by submission. So this guy also has some submissions. Yeah. Also, like I was saying about his boxing, his hands, has some good hand speed. For being a heavyweight. So for me, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with Demitri on this one, guys. I just think his stand-up is better, and him having that Greco-Roman background, I think should be able to keep him off the ground. Against Henrique, who I know for sure is gonna want to go for those takedowns. If he could stay off the ground, keep it on the feet, and yeah, just get his striking going, I think he could finish Henrique on the feet. On the ground, I doubt he's going to be able to finish him on the ground with a submission. So I think Dimitri's going to get this finish, guys. This guy, all his wins are in the first round, guys. All first round finishes. All 8 of those wins. First of all, he has all wins by finish, and they're all wins by finish in the first round. Now, he might get that streak, like he might keep that going. He might keep that streak going, but you know what? I'm going to give some Henrique here some survival, some durability. So I say Demitri gets this in the second round. So second round knockout for Demitri here. Next fight, Jim Allers against Jason Knight. Both good grapplers. Knight's really good on the ground with the rubber guard, throws triangles and whatnot. Let's go ahead and check out their pages. I do not know too much about Jim Allers, but obviously this guy is also another good grappler. Lots of submission wins. Also, from what I've seen in his UFC fights, has some good leg kicks. So there's his page right here. His last fight was against Cole Miller, and that fight ended up being no contest because he poked Miller in the eye in round 2, and well, obviously Miller just couldn't continue. Before that, he got finished by Chas Skelly, who's a decent featherweight, and then before that, he got a split decision win against Alan Omar, and that's pretty much it for his UFC career there. Jason Knight, summary is Jiu-Jitsu. He's a little bit younger. He's also taller. His only fight in the UFC was his UFC debut against Tatsuya Kawajiri. Now this is a hard guy to debut against. First of all, Kawajiri strong guy, you know, featherweight contender, you know, top 15, fighting against, you know, just pretty much some guy, you know, around the area. You know what I'm saying? This guy came in short notice. Both landed a similar amount of strikes, but notice the takedowns, 6 takedowns for Kawajiri. Of course, Kawajiri just being such a good wrestler, took him down. Then obviously, you know, beat him up on the ground and whatnot. So, haven't seen too much of Jason striking. But the thing about Allers here, it seems like, you know, his chin doesn't seem to be too good, I think. I mean, he got knocked out against Skelly. Also, his striking defense seems very poor. So you can see he absorbs a shit ton of damage, punches or whatever, and his defense is not really that good. But then again, I haven't seen so much of Knight. So guys, for me, this fight's kind of like a toss-up. Let's go ahead and check out the odds here, see who they think is going to win. And guess what? They don't even got any odds here yet. So, I've seen more of Allers, but then I'm not sure if he's really that good. And then Knight, you know, he fought against Kawajiri, who's obviously a very experienced fighter, and you know, he just lost by decision to him. But like I said, this guy's a great, you know, submission artist. Look at all those submission wins he has. But this guy started fighting a long time ago too. This guy's been training since he was like 16 years old or whatever, 14 years old. You know what, guys? I'm gonna go ahead and just take Jason Knight, guys. I just don't think Allers really seems to be that good of a fighter. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Knight, even though I haven't seen too much of him. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say Knight gets this win, and I'd say it's gonna be, you know, go to decision. All right, so that's all I gotta say about that. Urbina against George Sullivan. Not much research done on Urbina, but I know Sullivan has good striking, and yeah, Urbina does not seem like a super good fighter or anything like that. So this is gonna be just kind of like a quick pick here, guys. We'll go ahead and take George Sullivan. I think his striking is going to get this fight done for him. Urbina, if we look at his page, check out his page real quick. His last fight, it looks like he gets taken down a lot in his fights, and once he's on the ground, it seems like the fight's over. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy doesn't do anything else. So you can see right there. So this guy's, you know, obviously taking on the fence is not too good. But he's fighting against a guy who doesn't even want to take him down. He was fighting against a striker. So in a stand-up fight, in a brawl, I'm going to go ahead and take George Sullivan, guys. I think this guy with his multi-striking, he did get knocked out in his last fight, which is something to know here. You know, maybe that the chin might be a little bit, you know, chinny now. But look at that. Kickboxing, take on the fence, and cardio. This guy's great cardio. He'll keep on going. He beat Dominic Waters, who I think is a way better fighter than Urbina. He also beat Mike Rhodes, another good striker, who also I think is a pretty good fighter. And he beat Igor. A lot of people beat Igor, though. Anyways, I just think Sullivan's fought better competition, and I think he should be able to get this win, guys. And you know what? I'll say Sullivan gets a third round finish. So that's my pick. Moving on to the featured fight here on the Fight Pass prelims, or the Fight Pass card. Alex Oliveira against Mustari. Both of these guys, excellent strikers, guys. I really enjoy watching both of them fight, especially Mustari. That guy just comes out with those kicks. Seems like a really good fighter. I remember watching his fight on one of those on like Access TV fights. He landed like a clean ass uppercut. I was like, oh man, this guy got some power. You know, this guy seems like a really decent striker. Now he's in the UFC. You know, not doing super good, but not doing super bad either. Now let's go ahead and open up the pages here. So here's Alex Oliveira's page. Summary is striking, power, and movement. 28 years old. He's going to have the reach advantage in this fight. If you guys already didn't know, this guy fought the other cowboy, Donald Cowboy Cerrone. And this guy was actually lighting him up on the feet, I think. I think Oliveira here was smashing Cerrone on the feet. And I picked Oliveira to win that fight. And of course, Cerrone surprises everybody by using his grappling. He took down Oliveira, who actually does have some good takedown defense. But, you know, I think Oliveira was really caught off guard by Cerrone throwing that takedown. You know, I don't really think he saw that coming. And, you know, obviously since he didn't really see that coming, you know, how is he, you know, going to react to it? Obviously not good. He got taken down and just Cerrone ended up using his submission game and getting a first round submission win on Oliveira. But guys, Oliveira is a dangerous guy to fight on the feet. His last win was against Pure Hallman. He knocked him out in the third round. Let's see, against Joe Merritt, he was just able to win that fight with takedowns. So this guy does have also takedowns, guys. This guy, he's not just a striker. I mean, he is a striker, a really good striker with excellent power. But if you can see his takedown average, he goes for takedowns and gets them at about 1 out of 3 chance. So he's not too bad there with the takedowns. Now the thing about Mustari here, once this guy's on the ground, it seems like he doesn't really do much. And I think Oliveira here is going to do the same thing Cowboy did. Mustari might be a little bit, if Mustari gets a little bit better, the better of him on the feet, I think Oliveira is going to surprise Mustari with the takedown and work his submission game. Because you guys checked right here, this guy beat KJ Noons in the first round with a submission, but Noons really didn't defend that takedown. I mean that submission that good. Also, he got 3 takedowns in that fight. Like I said, Oliveira will switch, from a really good striker to all of a sudden he'll just use his strength and just muscle you down for a takedown. So yeah, this is a good, a really good fight, and I think it's gonna be a really great fight here, guys. So highly recommend you guys don't miss this fight, especially if you guys have Fight Pass. I ain't gonna miss this shit. So here's Mustari's page. He's coming off a first round knockout against Anton Safir. I don't know too much about, but I checked his record. His last fight he also got, his both of his fights in the UFC he got finished in the first round. So not exactly super good fighter. Against Kevin Lee, a decent fighter at 155. He's one of those good fighters coming up, kind of like a prospect. Anyways, he tapped out Mustari in the first round. And then against Cody P. Pfister, a guy that's really all about his wrestling and whatnot, he was able to tap him out in the second round. Against Ellenberger, he lost that fight by split decision, but that was his debut fight. So that's all the info there, guys. So Oliveira here is gonna have the reach advantage. Like I said, this guy's also a really good striker. This is a pretty kind of a tough fight to pick, but guys, I'm gonna have to go with the fighter that's a little bit more well-rounded, and that's gonna be Alex Cowboy Cerrone, guys. Oops, not Cerrone. Alex Cowboy Oliveira. Sorry about that, guys. They got the Cowboys mixed up here. Donald Cerrone, and then you got Alex Cowboy Oliveira. Anyways, yeah, I'm going with Alex here, guys. I think the Brazilian Cowboy here will get it done. Like I said, this guy's good on the feet, but if needed, he will switch to a wrestling style, and he will get takedowns. And if he's able to keep Mustari down for at least 2 of those rounds, he'll be able to win a decision. Or maybe he'll just after that in the third round start using his striking more and potentially get a finish on the feet. But I think Mustari is very dynamic and just a really good striker and has excellent taekwondo style kicks. So I think the fight's gonna stay on the feet for a bit, and if Alex feels like Mustari is getting the better of him, he's gonna go for that takedown. That's the way I see this fight going, guys. And once he goes for that takedown, I don't think Mustari is gonna show too much resistance. I think Cowboy fighting at he fought his last fight at 170, and this guy's a big 155er. I think he should be able to easily get Mustari to the ground and either work a submission or just hold him down, beat him up for a bit, and just win the fight like that. But you know what? Let's go ahead and just say Alex Cowboy right here gets a third round finish, third round TKO, guys. So that's gonna be my pick. All right, guys. So that's it for the fights here on the Fight Pass prelims. These fights are not on Fox, even though this is a UFC on Fox 20. They're on the Fight Pass, Fight Pass portion or whatever, Fight Pass card. So these 4 fights are not gonna be on the TV. So make sure you guys have Fight Pass if you guys want to watch these or whatever. So let's go ahead and recap all my picks. I'm picking Demitri here to get a second round knockout. I'm picking Jason Knight to get a I say Jason Knight here gets a submission. Not a submission, a decision. And George Sullivan here gets a what did I say? A third round TKO. Yeah. Let's go ahead and say Sullivan here gets a third round TKO, and then Oliveira here also gets a third round TKO. Alright, guys, so those are my picks. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's going to be it for these picks. Stay tuned for the for the Fox prelims and the Fox main card picks. They're going to be done on separate days. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have time to get the Fox prelims done, and maybe the main card will be on the next day or something like that. So tomorrow, Tuesday, I'll try to do the Fox prelims, and on Wednesday I'll try to have all these picks done. Try to wrap them up quick for you guys, so I don't release them too late. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it. As always, if you guys haven't joined DraftKings yet, check out my link below in the description. If you guys are good with your picks and want to try to make some money with them, join that. And also, they got NFL and all the other kinds of good stuff, all kinds of different sports. All right, guys, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching, and catch you on the next video.